Balochs have intensified their anti-Pak movement as they are now holding rallies across the major global cities against state-backed enforced disappearances in the region. And now, with COVID restrictions easing all around, they have pledged to escalate it further. Balochs accuse that a Pak army-backed campaign has abducted and killed thousands of them in recent times for rightfully demanding independence from Pakistan, which had forcibly annexed the mineral-rich province in 1948.
Anti-Pakistan Baloch campaign is gathering traction and momentum as more people are joining in, taking to streets and demanding accountability into state-sponsored human rights violations. After London last week, a number of them gathered and demonstrated in different European cities against forceful disappearances by Pakistan. Unconditional release of political prisoners, including Dr. Deen Mohammed Baloch, who remains missing even after 12 years of his abduction, were the prime demands. Baloch leaders, most of whom are living in exile, say their prime motivation behind carrying out their events in the European and American countries is that their plights, which are not any lesser grave than other humanitarian crises across the world, have not yet found enough international attention and support.
So there are thousands of Baloch students, doctors, lawyers who are still missing in Pakistani secret torture cells. But the problem is that the international community is silent, and Pakistani establishment, Pakistani intelligence agencies, Pakistani ISI, Pakistani MI are enjoying the impunity and the silence by the international community.
In a bid to get a better shot at their objective, a similar protest was held in the UN city of Geneva, where the Human Rights Council is located. As per data collated by different groups and organizations including UNPO, Unrepresented Nations and People's Organization and the Voice for Baloch Missing Persons, the Baloch disappearance issue is not a trivial political issue but a grave humanitarian crisis. Anyone who is deemed resistant to Pakistan's nefarious designs in the region is picked. Subsequently, he is either imprisoned incommunicado or killed with impunity. Today, the region finds itself at the lowest in all performing indicators. Despite having the vast minerals and resources, the GDP of Balochistan is always hovering at the bottom. Pakistan has been plundering this region of its vast mineral and gas reserves for decades. But when people demanded freedom or even autonomy, or in some cases even a share, it resulted in the systematic annihilation.
Forces are taking the people and then there's no whereabout of those people. Neither they are presented to any court of justice, nor their even family members. They do not know where are they and what they have done, for what they have been disappeared by force. And this is an activity which the Pakistani forces have been doing it from many years.
Activists also say that there has been a sharp rise in human rights violations in Balochistan since the launch of the multi-billion China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or CPEC. They say it has brought only death and destruction, contrary to the promises of economic opportunities, employment and prosperity. CPEC is a network of roads, railways and energy projects linking China's Xinjiang to Balochistan's Gwadar port. They accuse Pakistani security forces have been given a free hand to eliminate voices against the illegal project. The Chinese government has spent nearly $70 billion on the project, and experts say there are no chances it is reconsidering its ambitions. So it is only the Baloch plight that is going to extend if international powers do not come to their rescue.